What's up, creatives, and welcome to another Romeo show. Coming up, last week's video, my channel sub for last week, and my new how-to video from my new sketching series. So what were you all waiting for, people? Let's roll the intro. Hello and welcome everyone. Welcome to all my new subscribers as well. I had an absolute brilliant week last week. I did hit my 100 subscribers. Woohoo! I'm so over the moon with that. Absolutely happy that I hit 100 subscribers. I'm not quite there yet of what I want to achieve by the end of the year. 10,000 subscribers. And I'm going to do whatever I can to achieve that, whether it be competitions or giveaways. We shall see. Plus, over 4,000 watch hours. But yes, thank you all for subscribing and for supporting me on this channel. My name is Romeo. I am a sketch and motivation artist, creating and uploading therapeutic and creative videos each week on a Tuesday, Wednesday, and every other Friday. Like and share this video if you please. Last week I uploaded my Mandala Rings video. That came out on Wednesday last week. I took the regular mandala patterns that you normally see in the circular motion of all the rings. I took those and I split all the rings up and created a whole complete different look and feel to the whole mandala pattern style. If you didn't see the video, here is a quick clip. And if you want to watch the full version of that video, just click that link that's just at the top there. These videos that I'm going to be uploading on a Wednesday are going to be all art-based videos. Some are going to be mandalas, some are going to be other different patterns as well. I'll be uploading different patterns, different videos each week. They'll all be in their own separate playlists, so keep your eye out open for those. And also one of the added bonuses as well that I'm adding to my videos is those chapters. They are working out really, really well. It helps people that are watching the videos, it helps them to skip through and have a look. And if you get lost, you can always skip back to that certain chapter as well. Talking of the videos, as you can see, I'm still on my regular, my normal background there with my two little pictures there. They're actually staying up pretty well now. They are. Last week they actually did fall by the end of the show when I was recording it last week. So I've got them up there a little bit more. I've got them up there a little bit more permanently. In videos to come, I'll be doing a big mandala piece on the back of this, on this wall here at the back, on this wall behind me. It's going to be a big mandala piece that you're going to be seeing me draw from beginning to end. That's going to be my background drop. That's going to be coming up in videos to come. That is not quite ready yet to be doing that because I've still got to paint this wall yet, and I've got my other videos that I'm doing at the moment. But that is also to come as well. So that's going to be a big mandala piece coming very soon. Last week I uploaded another YouTube Shorts video. That was a drawing of a sketch that I'm doing at the moment. I'm doing a commission piece for a lady at the moment. I'm drawing her dogs for her. What I was doing is while I was drawing it, I thought to myself, while I was drawing the eye, I thought I'd do a quick YouTube Shorts video of drawing the eye. If you didn't catch the video, just click that link that's just at the top there. I uploaded that video up, I think it was either Thursday or Friday last week, and yesterday, Monday, it actually took off. It did. It got about 400 views. So now what I'm thinking next, I'm thinking that Tuesday is quite a good day. From what I've noticed from my videos that did really well, it was a Monday and Tuesday that they really sort of took off. So what I'm aiming to do, because it takes about 3 days to for YouTube to pick it up. So if I'm thinking that if I upload my videos either on a Thursday or Friday, by Monday or Tuesday, it should get picked up. I'll be doing that little experiment and test this week. So this Friday, I should be uploading another YouTube Shorts video, just to experiment to see what happens and when it gets picked up on the Monday or Tuesday. So I'll let you guys know in next week's show on what the outcome is of that video. And talking of sketching, in today's video, I shall be showing you 4 different methods you can use when creating your portraits at home if you're a beginner. These how-to videos are going to be in a series of their own as well. I should be putting them into their own little playlists. And they're not going to be, I won't be doing the same how-to video every week. It's going to be a different one Each week it will be a different how-to video, but there's going to be but they're all going to be in their own series. They are in their own playlist. So this will be in a sketching playlist up on my channel. I've already done a pencil grade video. If you haven't seen that video, just click that link that's just at the top there, and you can watch that video if you're unsure about what sort of pencils to use and what the letters and numbers all mean on those pencils. So you can check that video out as well if you are learning to draw. So here is the next video on my how-to series, and this one here is on 4 different methods on how to blend. Enjoy. Okay, so welcome to this new little sketch series that I should be doing. These videos I'll be doing every other week, or they'll be they're in their own they will be on their own playlist up on my YouTube channel. So when you want to go back and have a look at them, they'll be up in their own little sketching playlist up on my YouTube channel. So next week there might be something different, or something else there might be, but today we're going to be doing is concentrating on, there's already a video, I've already mentioned it, there's already a video of the different pencils to use and what the different meanings on each letter on the pencils are. There's a video up on my YouTube channel already, so if you want to have a look at that one as well, just if you are starting off in sketching and learning how to draw. So for today, what I'm going to be going through is the 4 methods for blending, and what we're going to be looking at is a brush, a dry brush, blending stumps, cotton bud or Q-tip, and tissue. So they're the 4 main things. I'll be going through each one individually as well. What I'm going to start off with first is I'm going to fill out these 4 boxes with a B pencil. I'm going to evenly fill it out with graphite pencil, and then we're going to go through of each blending with each blending method. Boxes all shaded in now. Now there is a 5th method of blending in your graphite, and that is using your fingers. I don't actually recommend using your fingers to be doing it. A lot of people do. Only reason is because not only are you going to get all the graphite on your fingers and it's going to leave fingerprints all over your work, but also as well the fingerprints that it will be leaving behind, you'll try to erase them out because of the oils in your fingers. You're not going to be able to get rid of them on your paper. So I wouldn't use your finger to blend or smudge your work or anything like that. I'll stick to using any of the methods that I'm going to be showing you here today. So the first one being is with a dry brush. Now, when I first started to do my sketching and things like that, I looked everywhere to find brushes that these artists were using, and not one would say which one they were using or the texture of it or anything like that. So I did a little experiment with a lot of the brushes, and for me, these ones are the best ones that I found to use. This one in particular is a Pro Art Proline Plus brush. It's a synthetic brush on the end, so that's what you're going to be looking at for, is a synthetic brush. It's quite soft at the tip of the bristles. It's quite soft, and it's a filbert shape. As you can see, I mean, I've got different sizes ones here. This one's for a larger base one, this one's for a smaller. And these ones are great for smoothing out your work, blending in your graphite, making it that little bit more softer. I generally tend to use these ones for when I'm doing like a skin texture or something that's going to be soft, like the eyeball or anything like that. It's going to give it that nice soft blend. These bristles, these brushes are going to be. This is a size 6 brush that I'll be using. And like I was saying, when I was going through the internet looking at what the brushes people were using and everything, not one of them would say what the brush was that they were using. So it was quite frustrating to go through quite a few brushes to find the right one that was nice to use. And I mean, like the name suggests, it's a dry brush that you're using. You're not dipping it in water or anything like that. But this just really helps to smooth out the graphite, blend it all the way through. Gets rid of any sort of pencil lines that you may have put in there from adding your graphite to the paper. Because sometimes when generally you tend to go by the same pressure all the way through, but every now and then you may go a little bit more harder in certain places. So as you can see, like, it's blending through really nicely now the more we start to do it. And you get a really nice, even, soft. This is a really nice, soft, even blend. And that's our first one done. So that was the dry brush. The next one we're going to go with are the blending stumps. These also come in different sizes. You get large, medium, and you get small, and you get very small as well. These are made from paper. These are all made from paper, they are. And they come in little points on them, so they're really good for blending your work and smudging any of the graphite around as well. Now also these come as tortillons as well. Now these are minute, still made from paper as well, but these have a bit more of a point on the end of them. And these one, the way these are made, they're made from, obviously made from paper as well, but they're more twisted round, so you get a nice little point, so you can move these up and down as well and make them a little bit small. I'll generally tend to use these ones for blending in, for blending in the eyelashes and fine bits of hair and things like that. That's the only time I'll use those. Whereas on the other hand, I'll use these for more larger areas with like hair, other skin textures and things like that. The thing with using the the dry brush is that it's a little bit more softer and gentler on your paper as well. You're not going to be causing that much damage to the paper when you're using your dry brush. On the other hand, when you're using one of these, you are causing a little bit of damage to the paper, but you're not doing as great a deal, depending on how much pressure you're putting down on the paper as well. But using a blending stump also helps to blend in your work. It does it that little bit more quicker. Still using it in circular motions. You still get a bit more of an even blend to it, but you get that bit more of a darker feel to it as well. It blends in that little bit more, it does. So I generally tend to do this probably after I've gone over it with the dry brush. I generally tend to use the dry brush for the beginning layers of my work. If I quite like, if it's of its skin texture, I'll stick with it. But I then tend to change to using a blending stump because I like to get the graphite that little bit more blended through, and you get that little bit more depth in the work with it as well. But if you move it in nice circular motions, you get a nice even blend of your graphite. And there we have with a blending stump. The thing with blending stumps is that obviously they're going to get dirty with obviously graphite on there and things like that. Best way to clean one of these as well is by using a tiny little, getting yourself a bit of sandpaper and gently rubbing the blending stump onto it. It will just help to clean your blending stump, it does. A little bit of sandpaper on these and it just helps to clean them back up again. So that's the one way of cleaning up your blending stumps as well once you've used them on your graphite paper. Next one we're using is a Q-tip. So we're using a Q-tip here. Still, it's like using the tissue and the blending stump, but we've got tiny little fibres on this one. This one helps to get into, if you haven't got like a point on the end of your blending stump, or if you've worn it out or anything like that, this is good to get into small little corners of your picture, little wrinkles, hair, little stray bits of hair, things like that, and smaller areas that you can't get your blending stumps into. This also as well helps to, it's a really great way of blending in your work, and you have a little bit of control with it. as well. So you get a nice soft blend with your cotton bud too. And that's with your cotton bud. And the last one we're using is a tissue. This is another great one to use as well. This can rough up the paper that little bit more, but with this, you have that little bit more control over it with your fingers. And it's the pressure of your finger as well that you're using to blend in the graphite. This is great as well for covering large areas. Also good for skin texture. I tend to use this method as well for when I'm doing skin textures, you know, anything around the eye and things like that as well. But depending on the tissue that you use, I mean, sometimes you can use kitchen paper, but the best ones to use are actually the real soft tissues that you get in the packets. They're the real good ones to use. They are, because they're a lot more softer. They're not so rough. These ones are good. The kitchen ones are good for when you want to add that little bit more texture to your blending. And that's with your tissue, that is. So you can see the 4 different methods of what we used and how on the outcomes of how they are. They are pretty much the same looking. It's just whatever your preferences of using them. I tend to use them in different types of way. Like I was saying, with the dry brush, I tend to use that for more when I'm doing the portraits and for skins, and I want to create that nice softer look to it. With the blending stump, if you want to create that little bit more texture, that's going to rough up the paper that little bit more. That's not going to damage the paper as much. The cotton bud as well, that's a nice way of getting into small little cracks, small little grooves and things like that, and doing your sort of your wrinkles. That's a good one for doing that in small little areas. That's you'll have good control with your fingers on that one. That also doesn't damage the paper as much. And then you also have your tissue paper. Depending on the type of texture tissue paper that you have, whether it's the real soft kind or the real rough kind, that's going to be dependent on the sort of damage it's going to do to your paper. But that's good because you have the control of your fingers as well for when you're blending, and you get a nice even blend. You get a nice even blend with all of these methods. What I generally tend to use a lot more of is the dry brush and the tissue paper. Blending stumps every now and then, especially for like the hair and other little bits and pieces like that. So that was today's tutorial on different blending methods. Hope you enjoyed that. Give us a like and subscribe to the show, and I'll catch you guys next week. And how did you find that video? Let me know in the comments below. That's the end of the show, folks. Thank you all again for watching. Smash that like button if you enjoyed the video. Hit the subscribe button and turn them notifications on if you want to know when I upload a new video. Have an amazing week, everybody. My name is Romeo, and I'm Aldi. Peace out.